Good morning. Taking you into my devotions now. I've finished Genesis. We're looking into Exodus. And God's recruiting here. He's trying to recruit Moses. And I noticed something here. Anyway, let me share it with you. Verse 10 Moses said to the Lord, "Pardon your servant, Lord. I've never been eloquent, neither in the past nor since you have spoken to your servant. I am slow of speech and tongue." And I'm listening to this going, that sounds actually fairly eloquent to me there, Moses. Maybe this is an excuse, but Moses has never been up in front of big groups of people, and he might feel intimidated by that. A number one fear among folks. The Lord said to him, "Who gave human beings their mouths? Who makes them deaf or mute? Who gives them sight or makes them blind? Is it not I, the Lord?" So I've totally designed humans. I know how it all works. And I will help you speak and will teach you what to say. God is saying here, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to be there. I'm going to help you. If you will, I'm going to be your partner in all of this. I'll be the senior partner. The guy that you lean on is going to be me. God wants to partner with Moses in this great work of setting God's people free and giving an example through the ages that God is against oppression and slavery, as well as delivering his people. God wants to partner with Moses. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. God just offered to partner with this human being, but Moses said, "Pardon your servant, Lord. Please send someone else. I don't want to be your partner." Owie, owie, owie. Ooh. Then the Lord's anger burned against Moses. Yeah, ow, right? That hurts. That really smarts. And he said, "What about your brother Aaron the Levite? I know he can speak well. He's already a leader. He's speaking to people. He's already on his way to meet you, and he will be glad to see you." So, all that hurts, but I understand that you want a human, physical partner there with you. So, how about your brother? I've already sent him to meet you. So, God is just so gracious here, so gracious. And that's an example for us human beings. We might feel we have such weak spots, but God is so gracious and he wants to partner with us, work with us to get through that stuff. But even when we're not quite there, when we're not ready, when we're not catching it or seeing it, he can bring another temporary solution on. Now, as we go through Exodus, we're going to see that Moses and God will partner together. Aaron is still in the picture, but it really becomes uh, God and Moses working together. Hope you're working together with God today as He brings things your way. May the Lord add His blessing to this reading of His Word.